Awkward. You know, you don't want to say anybody's wedding is awkward.
I'm gonna have to throw my parents under the bus for this one though.
My mother, she's Southern, obviously I'm from Mississippi, and she always dreamt of the big, you know, white wedding, the whole nine. And my sister gave her that, but I have never been interested in that, never ever, even as a teenager growing up in the South.
My grandparents, it wasn't actually at their wedding, but it was at their vow renewal. They had a vow renewal on a cruise, and my mom and my aunt were the bridesmaids.
So my parents, they got married in the 70s, and I'm gonna throw my dad specifically into the bus. My mother was kind of a wedding planner growing up with her parents. So the wedding was very, very done. Everything was very planned. And there are two little parts to the wedding that my mother was not in charge of. And one was the wedding cake, and the other one was the song that she walked on the aisle to. My dad being a singer, he was gonna make sure he took care of the song she walked on the aisle to.
So I would tease her and say, I'm going to get married in the Sanger Theater. Downtown, in our hometown, it's a big old film house, and there's no center aisle. So I said, I'm going to have plexiglass put down over the seats for me to come down the aisle. All of my bridesmaids will be dressed in red, and we'll all have on unique underwear so that people can look under the plexiglass. That was just to torture my mother. I certainly would never do that, but you know, it's theatrical. I've always had that in me.
They were in charge of their own dresses. So instead of getting beautiful bridesmaids' dresses, they were going to get the most hideous bridesmaids' dresses that they could possibly find to surprise my grandparents. That was their sense of humor as a family. But so they showed up in these two hideous dresses. My mom's, they called the Cruella de Vil dress. It was like black and white with sequin. It was like the 80s horrible prom dress. And my aunt's dress was called Cinderella Escapes from the Bolshoi. And it was a white, Cinderella ball gown, just gone wrong. And when they arrived at the wedding in these dresses, my grandparents died laughing. And it made everything so much more memorable.
There was a mix-up with the bakery, and on the wedding day, my aunt, her maid of honor, got the cake and opened it up, and it was for a golf outing, so it was covered in little bits of green grass. So my lovely but very neurotic aunt meticulously picked off every piece of green grass off of the cake. My dad's musician that was supposed to be playing for the wedding unfortunately got delayed in traffic, and so they had to ask a drummer that he knew that was at the wedding to play last minute, really quick. And unfortunately, this particular drummer only knew one song on the piano, so my mother walked down the aisle to Pomp and Circumstance, which to this day she will never let my father forget.
I wouldn't want to be set on fire, is what I'm trying to say. There'll be no unity candle at my wedding.